Hello there, world of tankers, and welcome to the channel. I'm your host, Droodles Blitz, and in today's video, we are going to be taking a look at an absolutely crazy game in the VK7201K. This is a tier 10 German super heavy. It's a vehicle that features great damage per shot of 600, has actually really good DPM as well at 2,450, and has tungsten paired with adrenaline, giving me solid damage per shot and even more increased damage per minute. When you pair that with the improved suspension that this vehicle has, it allows you to turn way faster and accelerate to speeds that I feel like the VK just normally shouldn't be able to go. Today, I played an absolutely wild game in the VK, had one of the craziest carries I've had in a while, so why not showcase it on the channel? On my NA account, I played in the Object 26A version for about a week ago, and had a 9,000 damage game. And that's the highest game I have now on record for that account since Wargaming added the damage counter. And this game is now the highest damage I've gotten on my EU account, which is pretty cool. So in 1 week, I have had 2 games that have gone past 8,000 damage, which is kind of crazy. And I had a 7K on stream as well while playing with the VK today. So we have been popping damage out like crazy this week. So we start off with a pretty nice shot into the enemy Kron, dealing 700 damage. It's a great example of where the VK72 just slaps with tungsten. Now, we have the Kron, and I know the Conf Panzer's not going to poke, so I shoot at the Kron hatch. It's actually surprisingly close, but misses just by a little bit and ends up going into the dirt. But that's fine. We're doing pretty good as it is. And we haven't bled any health yet, so that's all fine and dandy. The Kron is pushed up with the Yo over towards base A, and we're just kind of waiting here. Ooh, and the Kron backs up, and we slam a shell right into the back of his turret. So now we're at 1,300 damage. We've taken half of the Kron off. That's a pretty good start for this game. Now we see the enemy 183 spotted in the back of the map. I hate 183s. I don't want to deal with them in a German super heavy, especially if I'm trying to poke this hill later. So we aim in where the 183 would be. We take a shot, but we bleed a bit of health in return. We lose about 800 health to shoot at that 183, and we don't even know if we ended up penning that 183, so we'll have to take a look later in the game if we actually do. But you know what? I'm going to get the last laugh into this Kron. A nice HE for 964 damage, which puts us at, as the damage marker says, 2,800. So yes, we did end up hitting our blind shot on that 183, so I think it was worth it still. Now we're going to aim it on the rear of the Kron. See ya! Pretty good stuff so far. That is 3,000 damage dealt. But you're noticing a problem. It is a 3 versus 5. And not only that, but I have no support, and I have 2 mediums flanking me. This is why Dead Rail is one of the worst maps in the game. But the Progetto turns side on, and yes, we get an 877 damage high explosive into the Progetto, bringing him down to a 1-shot. But oh no, this is not good. We have a 183, a Progetto, and a 907 on us. Now, thankfully, the 907 is really bad and is firing AP ammo. And because of that, it means that I don't need to worry about him penetrating my frontal plate yet. Progetto bounces me because I'm angling, but oh man, there's just not much I can do here. I've got a 183 on me, I got tanks on my rear, I got tanks on my side. The 183 pens me in the side of my hull. Thankfully, he doesn't shoot a high explosive shell. We can see that shot right on the side there. So, not great. The 907 shoots at my turret, and now we're in a real awkward situation. We got the 183 on our rear. We have the 907 and Progetto on top of us, but the 183 thinks he can beat us, and he doesn't. I purposefully bait the 183, and I know that that's the player that needs to die. The 907 does not have the gun depression to currently shoot my vehicle's lower plate. So because of that, we are now going to push up the hill and make sure that this 907 can't do anything. We aim in, and we get a nice shot on his upper plate for 540. Now we have the Progetto trying to roll on our side. But because of the way my tank's angled, the Progetto really can't pen my vehicle at this current position. So we're going to aim it on the side of his tank, and we're going to get a nice clear. And all that's left now is the 907. We're going to turn our turret. 907 bounces off the edge of my turret. Thank you. And we have turned what was a 1 versus 3 into a none versus 3. The 907's the only tank left. And the 907's going to try and get the shot on us here, but I'm going to load in an HE, hit him in the roof, and clear his vehicle for 271 damage. At this point, we have blocked over 4,500 damage, and we have dealt 6,700. We obviously know that the Kampfpanzer 70 is in base A, and base cap is a problem. I don't know how much health the enemy 183 has, but I do know that the Kampfpanzer is a one-shot, especially because we have tungsten, but I'm not even going to worry about the tungsten right now. The thing that I was most worried about, and the reason why I wasn't just instantly pushing towards A, is because they have a 183 that I don't know where he is, and I was spotted due to the Object 907's tracer shell mechanic, so it was something that I had to keep in mind. There's the Kampfpanzer 70. Now, I was very tempted to activate my tungsten here, but I was like, you know, it's not worth it. Let's aim it on the side of the KPZ, slam the shell right into his side, and deal 578. Thank you, RNG, for not giving me a low roll. We have dealt 7,300 damage at this point. We're going to capture base A, and we need to find the 183. Now, the 183 is 950 damage per shot. He's rolling around the corner. It's a 50-50 just about if I survive the shell. He shoots at my tank, rolls 976, leaving me with 2 hit points left. But it's not over yet. I put on my adrenaline. I have my tungsten rolling, but we don't have the clear. I did not want to risk it. I did not want to give the 183 the opportunity to kill me. But he backs up too far into the open, allows us to get the shell into his vehicle, and we clear him, surviving this game with only 2 hit points to our name. What an absolutely wild battle, dealing over 8,500 damage, blocking 4,830, and destroying 6 enemy tanks. Unfortunately, we did not get the 7th kill, which was, I guess, yeah, the Yo. I don't think we killed the Yo, but we killed every other tank on the enemy team. The next highest on our team was 1,700 damage. This was a very challenging game, especially when it was on live stream, due to the fact that I had to focus on so many different things at once. Obviously, and this is good advice for people out there, you need to clear what the most important opponents are at a time. So on Dead Rail, obviously I could have, instead of dealing with the mediums, driven over and helped out my teammates, but then there would have been a 183 on my rear and 2 mediums. And I don't want that. So the first point of action is dealing with the mediums. But 183 gets spotted, 183 has to go. It has 3,000 DPM, and not only that, but it has a 950 damage per shot gun. I can't deal with that. So clearing the 183 was the first thing that needed to happen. After that, clear the mediums. You always have to figure out what the most important thing to do is, what the biggest threats are. But that was an absolutely wild game. And it's just another one to add to the tally. As I did say, that is now, once again, the highest game on this account as well. 8,500 damage is just crazy. For the current season of Blitz Stars, we are sitting in the number 4 position for the highest game played in the VK72, which is kind of wild when you actually think about it. So, yeah. The VK72 is an absolute beast. Unfortunately, next update, it is going to be losing a lot of its capabilities due to it getting nerfed. I can understand why. It is kind of a little too strong with its current capabilities, but I think really all Wargaming has to do is remove improved suspension. But that's my personal opinion. Either way, let me know in the comments down below what you thought about this game, and if you'd like to see more like this in the future, please consider smashing that subscribe button down below. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.